make your own homemade basket at home, the materials you need are plastic bags, scissors, needle, thread, and a nail. For step number 1, start removing the handles and the bottom seams. Now open the bag up. And start by cutting one of the side seams off so you can open the bag to its full length. Open it up. Now start by cutting 4 inches wide strips all the way to the bottom, something like this. So after you're done cutting up the strips of the plastic bags, order them so they're all in pairs, such as this. And then to start a basket, we're going to take 3 pairs of this and loop it around a sturdy small metal piece that can be either a drawer or preferably a nail. So take one piece and put it through it. Take a second one and put it through, and take the last one and put it through. And then we're going to take one of the pieces of braid, and then we'll take a second piece of the braid, and then the third. And then we're going to simply braid it like this. Should be quite simple. We're going to make sure that the braid is not too tight nor too loose. Going to continue braiding it until we're almost done with the plastic strips. Then, when you have a little bit of plastic strip left and you cannot continue to take the braid any further, we're going to take a new pieces of plastic, a new pair, and knot it to the piece of the braid so we can continue with the braids. So we're just going to simply knot it like this, and we're going to take another piece, okay, and we're going to knot the second piece as well, and for the last pair as well. Okay, so after you added extensions to all 3 pieces of the braid, continue to braid it like you usually have. And repeat the steps of braiding and adding extensions by knotting new plastic strips to your original braid over and over again until you have the desired length of the plastic braid to create your basket. Okay, so once you're done braiding all your plastic bags together, you're ready for step 3. So make sure you have long enough length of your braid to create your whole basket. So start at the beginning of your braid to create the base of the basket, and start by coiling it in a circular motion. Make sure you do it tightly so it's sturdy enough to hold the weight of the objects. Coiling the braids together to create your base of the basket, you can start sewing it together so the braids will stay together. So first you can sew it vertically, horizontally, and 2 diagonals to make sure you have a nice sturdy base. It will be a little bit flimsy, but you make sure the layers aren't falling apart. So now you can start the second part of making your baskets by actually creating the sides of the basket. Instead of coiling the braids beside it, we're going to go on top of the last braid, something like this. And we're just going to coil it together for the first layer. And once you're done the first layer, take the needle and thread and sew the first and the previous layer before it together by going from the front of it all the way to the bottom and loop it back up. This should secure your first layer. After that, please continue to create the height of your basket as tall as you desire. Okay, so once you're done braiding as well as creating your basket by looping your braids around into a circular formation, it should look something like this. Should be sturdy, but it's still movable and flexible to the shape of the objects going within it. So once you're the last part of your braid and you want to secure it and make sure it doesn't fall out, you have about this much left. Instead of circling it and looping it so it's right on top of the next one, you want to make sure you put it in a little bit. So you put it on the interior of the basket and secure it with thread and needle. Secure it the same way and thread it the same way as you do for the rest of them, except just make sure you have the braid on the interior side like this. So I have my needle and I just take the inside of the braid and loop it to make sure I secure it, and there's no parts that are shown on the outside of it. Securing the end of your braid, you should have a little bit of thread left over, and to make sure that your thread is secure for your whole basket, you don't want any loose ends, so you can create knots, a couple of knots, and after with that you can cut your thread off, making sure it's all neat, and if any extra threads that are left over, please cut them off, make sure you have a neat product. And the end product should look like this. It will vary depending on your size as well as the height of it. It's a nice flat bottom, and you can use this anywhere you want. Aesthetically pleasing. You can use it in your living room, kitchen, your garden, outside. And yeah, so please subscribe to my channel if you like this and like my video. Thank you.